loaded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds and no gain on the play. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll try the counter. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads to the right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he wants it all. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Bunch formation for these receivers. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Looking to throw. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And guys, he just didn't get outside the tackle box. You can't throw it away like that. 2nd and long after the grounding call. It's complete on the right side. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols!
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get it. Turning it on. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
But how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Got a little grass. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Underwood on the play action. Makes the grab on the left. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up second and long. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Running inside, it's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Underwood.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing.
He's forced out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense will take it as a sack. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires on the run. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't... fielded in the end zone. It's Chambers. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Back open in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch. And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love.
There's some room. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Man, you got to love the offense coming out with a plan. They're going to feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone. And they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Here's Underwood to throw. Floating away. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
And the Vols want to pick up the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Volunteers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Throwing, Underwood. Here's a heat. He's got him. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go with a direct snap. Makes him talk to the hand. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Moving out of the pocket. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The run inside. It's Marshall. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
You got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
4th down, Underwood. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it as we get a look at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Grabs it. They will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Maybe a crease. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Running inside. It's Bishop. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got his man out of the backfield. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Vols go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Sets up the screen. Can't get him to the ground. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'll go hurry up here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Vols!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give on the counter. There he goes. Got enough for the first. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Underwood. Out of the backfield, he's open. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. It's complete to the left. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
And you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback. But two, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that one.
Here's Underwood to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Bishop. At the 35, he's open. After that big game, maybe no longer content to just run the ball and go to the locker room. The Volunteers want to move quickly.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick.
Flying down the left side. Past the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And he added the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing, Underwood. Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Volunteer! Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Hey guys, even though they will have a home field advantage, Coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Vols ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Headed outside, it's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
A run for the quarterback. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Marshall. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground with the counter. Inside the 35. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And the Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5 in his 1st and 15. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Underwood looking left. That pass is incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. And likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Snagged it in the end zone and put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside, it's Bishop. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. Here's a little room there. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down. And what do? Right away,
Lets it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Caught behind the line. It's Matthews. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Gets it out quickly. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football.
Gashes the heart of the knee. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Inside, it's Marshall. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Underwood to throw. He's going to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge game in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He's taking the shot. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Rides to the back. Got enough for the 1st. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The run to the left. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Well, with the ISO play, you'd think they'd get a good running start to get that block, but boy, I tell you what, they took care of business there. The defense did.
Took care of business. You see the pulling guard come around, and the defense is not full attacking.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the 1st half. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. And they go for the sneak on 2nd down, and nothing doing. So you thought the quarterback sneak was a safe play. Instead, the line gets blown up, the quarterback gets knocked backwards, and things did not work out.
I love the quarterback sneak in these situations, but my goodness, you got to get some kind of push up front. At least try to move a guy and not get blown backwards. Nowhere to go. Nothing to happen. An awful job by the offense.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't move it a millimeter on that last play, and now they'll try. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Vols!
That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done, scoring the touchdown. An extra point's going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the second half.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Throwing, Underwood.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the offensive line's fault. What a great job protecting him. This day game could have turned into a night game. He had so much time in the pocket. Got to understand your options. Where to go, 1 to 2 to 3. Get rid of the football. Don't sit back in the pocket, and definitely don't make a mistake when you have that much time to throw the football.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Working the middle. It's complete. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Baker. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Running inside, it's Baker. Maybe some room here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Fakes to grab. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. On the run, it's Baker. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? On the move.
And listen, the QB gave everything he had, right? He tried to get the first down. He even laid out. He wasn't worried about getting whacked. He tried to get the first down. Good effort, but just comes up a little bit short.
And the Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
All even here in the third quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Bishop. Breaks into the open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you could spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Finding open areas. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Going to the run, it's Bishop. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. And the Vols kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to... There's a crease. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! They take the lead here in the 2nd half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. On the run, it's Marshall. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Turning it on. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the 1st down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He's open on the right. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. defense getting back there. He'll lose a couple.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Ready? Hey, kill it. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
A designed run for the quarterback. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Calling his own number on that one, but they are ready for it and stop him. It'll be 4th down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the 1st down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Could be an alley. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
He's got enough for the 1st down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up. the Tennessee Volunteers and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside. It's Bishop. Runs through the tackle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Fit.
I'd have a chance. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Volunteers will hustle to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Looking for room. It's Bishop. Fights off the defender. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Quick completion to the right. There he goes. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Bishop. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a... To the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. It's the Florida Gators and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game, here at home with this conference opponent and heated rival coming in, this is an opportunity to make a name for themselves in the conference. The SEC is off to a competitive start, and they have got to prove themselves here today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Volunteers will kick off first, and here we go. Coming out with it, it's Abrams. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The run inside. It's Bishop. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And the Vols are in the hurry up. These two, which have so much cross-pollination and legendary games in their history, first played in 1916 with the Vols blanking the Gators in Florida. Tennessee actually won the first 10 meetings, with Florida not getting a W in the series until 1954.
And there was a period of time, Reese, in this rivalry that the game not only had SEC championship implications, but national championship implications, too. You think back to the heyday of this rivalry in the late 90s. Danny Werfel going up against Peyton Manning. We played the Vols, and we had games that were won in overtime. We had games that went down to 2-minute drives. There was so much NFL talent on the field, and it was such a competitive and physical game every single year.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. The Volunteers will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Here's the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Moving out to the right. And down he goes. Trying to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Jones to throw. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take a...
Snags it, and he's open. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Play clock was down to 5. No need to rush things. Make sure you got it right, so they'll use the timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Volunteer! The extra point here would tie the game. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of a great field position.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lloyd. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Finds a tight end down the gut. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Jones wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Firing to the right, complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Trying to do it on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Working that left side now. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll go right back to the run. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Jones to throw. Plucks it out of the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Reads it, fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Running inside. It's Bishop. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Now adjusting. He's going to fire to the left. Goes high to pull it in. Breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown ball.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left. Eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about This quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throwing right. And here's the third interception of the night. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've
snagged it, and there's running room. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
That's caught. It's Staley. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The ball's headed quickly to the line. Quarterback keeps it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the Morbid trip to the house.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Turning it on! They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well,
Turning on the Jets. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Volunteers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the balls are flying down the field. The run inside. It's Bishop.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the 2nd half if you're on defense.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that 1st half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
here today with fans from both sides filling the stadium. It's the Tennessee Volunteers against the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by my fellow Colorado grad, Joel Klatt. And Holly Rose controlling the sidelines for us. Hey, Holly.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game his motivation is really clear for his team today. They didn't make the college football playoff. There could be disappointment. He said, we're not looking back. We are so excited to get this opportunity to launch into next season. A bowl game gives more practice time, more opportunity to give young guys chances for development. He said, we're going to showcase what we can be next season, starting today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. We'll keep an eye on that. The Volunteers will kick this away to get us going. Bringing it out. It's Stewart. That's strong coverage there. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. He'll hand it off. He's stopped for no gain. The defense swarming on the first play of the game. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Early adversity here. They face a third down in the opening possession. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. On the move now. Going to scramble now. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, they get more speed on the field. You bring in an extra defensive back and swap him out for a linebacker. Now you got 5 secondary players on the field. This nickel.
Sorry to interrupt, Joel, but this offense is going to go for it here on fourth down. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Grab near the sticks. It's Marsh. He makes the tackle that he converts on fourth down.
This is such a good job by the wide receiver. Watch as he understands how many yards he needs to get the first down, and he's able to turn, give his quarterback a target, and the quarterback finds him on time to move the chains.
Finally decides to take a deep shot down the middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43. The Wolverines look to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
Back to throw again. Deep shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. A deep shot for the score.
We can't start any better than that as an offense. You get that ball and you go right down the field for a score. You know, a lot of times these offensive coordinators create scripts, the first 10 or 15 plays. They map them out during the week. Well, this one was mapped out perfectly.
Now they'll empty the backfield on this two-point conversion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Incomplete. Trying to find the receiver there. Just missed him. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. And the Volunteers hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
That is way too easy. This defense has got to adjust on first down. You've got to get up there and stop the run. If you can just hand the football off on first down and get first downs, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's the second down play. defense looking to throw the ball. Caught behind the line. It's Bishop.
I really like the mindset of this quarterback. Take what the defense gives. You don't have to press the ball down the field all the time.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
When we talked with the coaches, they said this was their concern. Their offensive line trying to hold up against this pass rush. And here, right away, they've got the quarterback under duress.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. 4th down, looking to throw for it. With the catch, it's Staley. He'll be ruled down right there short of the marker as the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Well, they told us they were going to be aggressive, but man, this is super aggressive here on offense, going for it on your side of the 50. And this is going to lead directly to a scoring opportunity for the opposition. If you're going to go for it in this situation, you better have something up your sleeve where you know you can convert, but they don't, and the ball's going the other way.
The 8-yard completion makes it 2nd and 2. The opportunity for the play caller here to be a little bit aggressive. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Lets it go quickly. Caught over the middle. It's Marsh. It's a quick tackle, but a solid gain moves the ball to the 15-yard line. And the Wolverines trying to cash in here in the red zone. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Moves out of the pocket. Heavy pressure, he lets it go.
Once you're outside of the tackle box, you can live to play another down as a quarterback, and he just throws it away. I like that decision. Didn't feel like there was much open down the field.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes the grab, a chance to score. They bring him down short of that 1st down marker. Sets up a 4th down and decision time for this coach. It's Michigan in front at the end of the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped into the field, ready now for the 2nd period. The Wolverines will look to convert here on 4th down. The motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Launching one to the end zone. This football incomplete and a turnover on downs. The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out.
Oh, man, you cannot miss these opportunities. It's 4th down. The head coach is trying to be aggressive, and you got an open man. He just drops it. Chris, I got to tell you, if you want to win big games, you've got to make big plays, and that's certainly one they want back.
Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
When we talk with these coaches, they talk about the key for the defensive lineman, in particular in the middle of that line, is block destruction. Look at him get off the block, and he's able to make a play, this time in the backfield.
And he's got it again. He's tackled out beyond the 10-yard line.
Well, this is a solid job offensively. After that 1st down play, it puts them behind the chains. Now they're able to get themselves in a position where they've got a manageable 3rd down opportunity. At least as a play caller, now you feel like you've got more at your disposal rather than a straight drop back pass.
And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this
Great. Check this out, Joel. throwing for it on fourth down. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Bring him down, but not before he converts that fourth down play. The Volunteers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
This is a beautiful job right here by the quarterback and wide receiver, being on the same page, understanding what they need to get, even though that throw is short of the chain.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Chris, there's so much emphasis put on third down, and rightly so. That's really the action play of the series. But the third down success or lack thereof, it really happens because of what happens on first down. And here, this defense creating a negative play on first down is setting them up for success here down the line.
Moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. One down short of the marker. That's going to set up a 4th and 2. The offense stays on the field. Already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They're going for it again. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Offense trying to convert again on fourth down. They'll go for it. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They make the tackle, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs. There'll be a rule down there, but a fourth down conversion with plenty to spare. The ball's come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
I think this wide receiver heard the footsteps back there. Look at the defense is closing in. You can tell the wide receiver